Thanks to the support as a channel member, Mike Camera. Here we go then, folks. Start of season 3. New tactic. The diamond is here. Surely we get promoted this year, right? Hello and welcome to part 17 of Wembley to Wembley. I'm Kevin, coming up on today's episode with our first game of the new league season, a triple threat match against Wallingford and Cromarsh in the league. And then we start this season's Wembley to Wembley campaign. We're away against Banstead Athletic in the extra preliminary round of the FA Cup. They play at our level. We'll worry about that in the second half of the episode. First half is all about trying to get started with a bang at the start of the new season. The media think we're going to finish 9th, much worse than last year, but the team we're playing are supposed to get relegated. So hopefully we can beat them. This is our new look team in our new look formation, the Wembley Diamond. Fingers crossed. Basically, all of this stuff is exactly the same as it was in the box. We've just reshaped the box. We've kind of twisted it round into a diamond shape because it accommodates new boy Whittaker a little bit better. That's right. We've changed the entire tactic around for a man who averaged 5.63 just over a year ago. Just Kev things. It's just Kev things. So, the team. In goal, we have Dylan. Back 4 of new boy Cheddar. Youngsters Dallison and Drakos. And Josh Gray looking along that back line, wondering what on earth is going on over there. To protect them, just the one guy, Wilson. It's fine. It's fine. Whittaker and Pearce ahead of him. Big season for Dom Pearce. He's now 18 years old and we need him to become a proper key player like we thought he would be back in season 1. And then O'Sullivan behind Beattie and Canerva. That front 4, I'm very, very hopeful of great things from, and hopefully we're going to see some of those great things now. Come on, Diamond. You've never failed me before that I remember, because when you do, I block it out of my brain, and fingers crossed, they're not going to fail me now. 79 people in Vale Farm for the first day of the new season. Remember, season 1, we were averaging less than 30 fans, so we might not be moving up the league structure as such, but what we are doing, we've tripled the size of our fan base in 2 years. So that's got to be something that's worth a pat on the head for your old pal Kev, surely. As someone who's red-green colourblind as well, very much struggling with what's going on the pitch today. No idea who's got the ball when. I think that's us. I think we're attacking currently. And there's Cheddar, new boy, playing it in, and Anton Canerva demonstrating that Erling Haaland finishing that we've known all about for 2 years with his first goal of the season. There is proper competition for his spot in the team this year. To be fair, there was last year. He wasn't a nailed-on starter last year. He did have a decent run in the team where he had a bit of a purple patch and got about 15 goals. But other than that, he was more often than not used off the bench last year. He is being given the chance to nail down a starting spot for us this season. We've named him vice-captain. We've started him on the first day of the season. I love that from Dallison, by the way. Remy Dallison, we've seen him give the ball away in highlights multiple times over the last couple of years. I've made him a no-nonsense defender, and you saw an example of him there, not doing any nonsense, just played a 30-centimetre pass to Wilson. That's exactly what I want him to do. I don't want him to try anything more ambitious than that. He's a good defender. He's terrible at kicking a football. So if we can just keep him just tackling and heading, and if anything more complicated comes up, let someone else do it. That's the job that he's got, at least until he develops a little more as a footballer, which, let's face it, at this level is probably never going to happen. Oh, Matt Dillon. Your name is Matt, isn't it? I know it's Dillon. Harry Dillon. Who on earth's Matt Dillon? Apparently this guy is Matt Dillon. I don't know who he is. What has he been in? Little Darlings. There's Something About Mary. Just making sure there's no major controversies with him. No, I think we're good. No major controversies. Don't know why I know his name. But there he is. He's not acted since the 90s. What's he been doing? Hold on. What's he done most recently? Is there anything I would have watched? No. But he plays in goal for us now, apparently. That's probably why he's not doing very many films. So glad it wasn't someone who'd been involved in a scandal. So, back to the football match. Oh, good, we get to see a replay. I don't want to see the replay. 1-1. Let's focus on getting ourselves back ahead in the match. They're playing they're not playing a diamond. They're matching up against our attackers, though, leaving Wilson with taking care of these two. it doesn't match up very well at all, does it? Hopefully we'll just squish through the middle of the pitch and hog the ball in there. Pearce hasn't got the memo. Oh, I thought he'd played it back to Dallas, and it's actually Drakos. Drakos can pass. I mean, it wasn't hugely accurate, but at least he had a go at it. And now there is an aimless ball forward for Dylan to try and do something with. And there's Dallison. Just give it short. Give it short. He had to think about it a lot, and it was still a poor pass, but Chadha knew where it was going anyway and has got onto it, and now he's charging down his left-hand side. He's going to be a key player for us this year. He's basically a winger playing at left-back. And that was him demonstrating his wing play. Cross came in, Canerva is fouled, and Anton Canerva has got a chance to double his tally for the day already. Anton Canerva from the spot, and what a confident penalty that is. That boy, this is his season. Anton Canerva is going to be our 30-goal-a-season striker that we wanted all along. This is why you push the young players. Everyone telling me just to get non-league journeyman in. It's much more fun to have a guy like him who's taken his time, but he's now going to really establish himself as a superstar for us. I've decided he's going to score 1,000 goals this year. 2-1, and it's now going to be Dom Pearce, another one of the youngsters. I mean, if he can do a goal as well, it's like season 1 all over again, and Dom Pearce does score. It's 3-1. It's 2 of the 4 pillars of Wembley Football Club who've got all of the goals today. We just need Martin and Antwi to weigh in, and my faith in youth is finally rewarded. I mean, they were the first boys. Those 4 were the first boys at the club to get 2-year contracts. I think Antwi and Martin are both on the bench today, aren't they? So there is the possibility today to have all 4 of them on the pitch for the first time in ages. I don't remember a time last year when all 4 of them were on the pitch at the same time, but with this new slimmed down squad and new look system, there's the chance for it to happen. And then BT is in, and he had the opportunity to make it 4 and basically finish the match off for us today. But unfortunately, it's straight at the goalkeeper. 3-1 at half time, though. I'm a happy chap. So let's tell the boys that I'm a happy chap. I don't think we need to even look at the team. No changes need making. We're keeping an eye on Dom Pearce, who is on a yellow card. Or what was he on a yellow card? I'm sure he was showing as being on a yellow card. He's not showing it here, but I'm sure in the match engine he shows as a yellow card. Does it not show on that screen when someone's on a yellow card? But he's putting in a man of the match performance at the moment, so we're just going to hope that he's now developed the maturity to not go and get himself a second yellow. That's great work from Gray. Plays it out to Canerva, out on the left-hand side. Still doesn't really know what to do when he finds himself in those positions, but it's not his job. Chadha's there to do that job for him now. And now Whittaker, the playmaker, back to Dallison. Oh, my word. I mean, I guess it wasn't nonsense, so I guess that's fair. Pearce now, back to Wilson. Wilson, just give it to Gray. That's it. Get it out to the wing-backs. Let them cross it. I thought that was a better cross than the strikers made it look. He's hung that up in the air in a danger area, but no one's gone on to attack it. I don't know if they felt they were in offside positions or what, but they should be getting in there and challenging the keeper for that. And BT has done quite well, and his shot from range whistles over the crossbar. We're top of the league as it stands at the moment, boys and girls. Long may it continue. Up the diamond. We are playing against one of the worst teams in the league. We've got to keep adding that context. Let's not get too overexcited just yet, but I am getting quite overexcited because it's my homegrown boys that are doing it, and I love that. Right, let's make a couple of changes. O'Sullivan hasn't had the best of games, so that's an opportunity for Russ Eddy to come on, who doesn't really suit playing as the shadow striker. I think we're just going to make him a more conventional attacking midfielder, probably on support rather than on attack. We don't need him right up there with the other two, especially with both of them being on attack. That might be why Sullivan's not had the best of games. Maybe we need one of those front 3 to play on some kind of support role. But George Beattie's going to come off, and we're going to have a look at new boy Josh Beelis, who also wants to be a poacher. I mean, are we double poaching or double poach? Can Canerva do anything else? I mean, we know he can do pressing forward. We know he can do advanced forward. We might actually just make Canerva the pressing forward, and we'll leave it there for now. I thought we had Sean Martin on the bench today, but apparently we don't. Was he one of the ones who wasn't fully fit going in? Maybe he was. 3-1 though. If Bayliss looks good as well, Bayliss and Canerva as a front 2 really does have potential to tear the league up. Obviously, Beattie is our club captain, so he's going to need to get game time as well. But It's early days. I have no idea who my best strike partnership is at the moment. All I know is the two that started today have played pretty well, so they're probably going to start the next game as well, unless something happens significantly in these final 15 minutes. Dylan, did he make a save there? I don't think he did. That must have been the crossbar. There's not a chance Dylan's made a save. Actor or no actor. Right, Cheddar is tiring, so that's the obvious change here, although so is Drakos. We'll take off Cheddar. Colin McCourt can come on to play left back. One star of current ability as a 16, 17-year-old left back. And Giannis Drakos has got his first goal for the club. He's 6'2". He's still only 16. He is the next one off the Wembley production line, and he is going to be a superstar for us as well. That's a very good header. 4-1 now, and this has been just about everything you could possibly hope for the first day of the new season. Obviously, in an ideal world, we wish for a clean sheet as well, but we don't live in an ideal world. We live in a world where Harry Dillon's our goalkeeper. Therefore, just conceding one is pretty good. Short, what are you doing? I mean, he's found Russ Eddy there. Eddie playing it into Canerva, of course, is on a hat-trick. Canerva's got a lot to do, but he's trying to do it. I think he's won himself another penalty. I hope he's not injured, because I would love him to be able to take it himself and wrap things up. For some reason, Bayliss is taking it. Is Canerva injured? Where is he? Bayliss to take, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. I mean, that is not... I could understand maybe Canerva, who's wearing the captain's armband now, has maybe selflessly gone to his new strike partner. I know I'm on a hat-trick. I know I won the penalty, but here you go, sir. Get your account open as well. And he's absolutely fluffed his lines there. But Canerva showing real leadership. That's the narrative we're adding to that. Because I'm pretty sure anyone who's on a hat-trick is supposed to take penalties automatically anyway. So I'm really confused about what's going on there. I can only assume Canerva was maybe off the pitch getting treatment because he was injured. Maybe. I can't think of any other reason why he wouldn't have taken the penalty himself. And of course, we know that if he had have taken it, he'd have scored it, because he's Anton Canerva. Dom Pearce has had an incredible game in central midfield. I don't remember the last time we played him as a centre mid. He's always been an attacking midfielder for us previously, but he has been brilliant in central midfield, saying, there's Russ Eddy, and he does not want us to forget that he exists. That is a lovely goal from Russ Eddy, the breakout star of last year's youth intake, and I mean, he doesn't want the Francis Antwi treatment, or even Dom Pearce in his second season, and Sean Martin. These boys dropped out of the team. Canerva. Russ said he doesn't want second season syndrome. He wants to be a key part of this team this year as well. And that 5-1. What a performance. What a goal at the end there for Russ Eddy. That'll do, boys and girls. That will do. So, FA Cup extra preliminary round day against Banstead Athletic, who've lost their first game of the season. So, fingers crossed, they're in rotten form. And also, where on earth are they? They are way south of London. So, where's significant that's nearby? Dorking, Epsom. These are places that I've heard of. On the way to Crawley. What a lovely way to describe a place. But this is Banstead Athletics ground. It seems that they have two. Let's have a look at the proper aerial view. So there's the pitch. And it looks like they've got a decent club. Oh, it's not a clubhouse. That's a leisure centre, I think. That's sure. Right, we're getting down to street level, because that is surely not the football club. That's got to be a leisure centre or something. Yeah, the Tadworth Leisure and Community Centre. So they're playing round the back of a leisure centre. Looks like a nice little area. Some new build houses being put together over the other side of the road. So this is a relatively new leisure centre as well. So it looks like this is a whole new area that's being developed. Can we get round and have a proper look at the pitch? Do you reckon we can see it from... Can we see it from here? If we drop down to there... There it is, look. So I think this is as close as we can get. Can we get down there? I don't think we can. This guy looked like he was going to swing his shopping bag at the Google card. He genuinely looks like he's shouting at the Google card. Don't you take my picture. I'll hit you. Is that a bag of chips maybe he's got on him there? He does not look amused that he's going to be on Google Maps forever. Probably even less so now he's found out that he's in a YouTube video as well, which presumably he is watching. Is he still shouting as we move further down the street? Let's go down here a little bit more. Oh, he is not happy. He is staring straight at this camera. You still there? Oh, he's gone. So I guess he lives in one of these houses. Is that him there taking off his shoes? Where did he go? He's there. So he's here. How slow is this car going? So if we move slightly further up the street, he is gone. That must be him. That's his. I'm sorry, man with chips. You didn't want to be filmed anyway, and now we've identified which one your house is. But there's the football ground behind it. Where's the chip shop? He's gone, but maybe he got off this bus. Maybe it's not chips. Who knows? Banstead Athletic. Is that what they're called? Chip man, basically. And we are going to make a couple of changes to the team that was so good on the first day, mainly because I want to have a look at other options. Fernandez is fit enough to come in, so he is going to start at defensive midfield. Sean Martin is going to get a go in the Dom Pearce role, and Bayliss is going to get a go in the Anton Canerva role. Obviously, they were both excellent on the first day, so we know they fit the system. That's the logic here. We want to see if these other guys fit the system, because I think those three have probably got a good chance of starting the next game anyway, because they've already done their bit. So let's rest them and have a look at what everyone else is capable of. It is a bit of a risky strategy in a game that we kind of need to win because we want the cup run, because the best way to make money at this level of football is to get any kind of FA Cup run going. They've got 422 people have turned up for this match. That's an extraordinary attendance for this level. I mean, that's what you get for building a snazzy-looking leisure centre and putting a football team behind it. I wonder what was there longer. The football pitch. I mean, the football pitch looked old and grotty. Looks like they've built the leisure centre just kind of on the side of it, and presumably now get to share facilities. If that's not even related to the football club, that is a little bit of a shame. I assume they're allowed to go in there and use the showers or something. Right, here is Sean Martin plays it forward to Beattie, and now Gray at right back. Dances past two men. This is lovely work from Josh Gray. Cross comes in. Bayliss is there. And there is Bayliss with his first goal for the club. He might have missed a penalty in the last game, but at 6'2" and very high hopes going into this season, that is what we wanted from him. That's why we've thrown money at getting two really good attacking wing backs, because we want these crosses coming in, because we want him towering over defenders and scoring goals just like that one. I feel like a partnership of him and Canerva may well be in my future. George Beattie probably rather frustrated to hear that, as he's been brought in as the big headline signing, and given the club captaincy, he is the senior player at the club this year, and I think I'm already planning for life without him. O'Sullivan is struggling in this shadow striker role. He was really good as an attacking midfielder last season. I think we'll give him till half time. It's supposedly his strongest role by far, according to my assistant manager. He does not seem to be enjoying doing it, so we're going to drop him back into the role that Russ Eddy got to use in the last match, because he deserves the opportunity to show that he can do it as well. I'm sure he can. He was great last season doing exactly that as part of an attacking midfield too. There's no reason why he should have suddenly get worse at the role just because he's doing it on his own. If anything, he's got all the space in there now, so you would think he would be enjoying the role even more. But I think asking him to play that little bit more attacking, playing two attacking strikers with a shadow striker, I think they're probably in danger of getting in each other's way a little bit anyway. So let's move Sullivan back into that role, drop him a little bit deeper, get him a little bit more involved a little bit early on in the build-up play. And if it hasn't worked by 15-20 minutes into this second half, Russ Eddy can come on anyway and go and win us a football match, or Dom Pearce could come on and play there. We're not shy of options to play in that position, so we've even got Hards who can play there as well. Because we were playing two there, we've got a lot of players who can play in that role. So O'Sullivan needs to put in a performance if he's going to keep the spot, because he's got much more competition for his spot than he's ever had before. Right, Drakos, who's a goal-a-game centre-back. We've learned that about him. And now Fernandez plays it forward to Bayliss. That's a lovely touch from Bayliss to put Beattie in. And now George Beattie has scored as well. And we look like we've got some strikers this year. That was really good link-up play from Bayliss. He looks like he's got playing as a target man in his future, because he's scored a lovely header. And then this is just a lovely flick to play Beattie in. Doesn't even look, just floats the ball over the top. And it's a very solid finish from Beattie, who, of course, was playing at a higher level football last year, knows how to find the back of the net at a decent level of football. And if given the opportunity, which I'm already talking myself out of giving him 5 minutes ago, but if he gets the opportunity, he'll score goals for us this year as well. And Beatty's in again, and he scored again. And I have no idea who my front two are going to be for the next match, because all three of the options have been brilliant. Evan Lynch as the fourth striker is probably a little bit worried right now, because I don't even know when he's going to get an opportunity to come off the bench. Maybe we'll bring him off the bench in this match just to have a look at him as well. But Beatty does brilliantly there, absolutely smashes it past their goalkeeper. And O'Sullivan certainly picked up when we changed his role as well. So that seems to be the future for him. Right, we can do 5 substitutions in this competition, so let's use them. We're going to take off Fernandez, who's recovering from an injury. Wilson can come on for him. And then I think we will take off Sean Martin and bring Dom Pearce on again in that role, because he was so good in that last game. And Jay Hards, I think, can get a little bit of a run out as well. We'll take Whittaker off, bring Hards on, and then we might bring Lynch on with 10-15 minutes to go to have a look at him as well. Because, you know, we've only got a squad of 18 players. We may as well look at every single one of them in our first few matches. Harry Dillon has broken his finger. That feels like that's problematic for a goalkeeper. Okay. Right. That might have some consequences, in so much as we might have to go and find a goalkeeper quite urgently after this match. Cross comes in. Can he make the save with a broken finger? He's not even going to try. Oh, this could cost us our FA Cup run. I don't know what to do. Do we leave him on with a broken finger where he's afraid to try and make a save? Or do we take him off knowing that we don't even have a proper goalkeeper on the bench? He's the only goalkeeper we've got at the club. Oh dear, he doesn't even dive. He doesn't want to land on his poorly finger, bless his cotton socks. It's a greyed out keeper on the bench. We can't bring him on. Right, Chadder is going to come off. Russ Eddy, who in a former life, in a former series, Russ Eddy was a left back. I mean, he can play left wing. That's all you need to be able to do to play left back in my team. And then we're going to take off Beatty and bring on Evan Lynch, because we need to give him a run out as well, so he can play in that pressing forward role, so he can come on, play in that role for the final 10 minutes or so. I realise I've made my last substitution there and left Dillon on the bench, which is a little bit of a risk, but I am quite interested to see how Russ Eddy performs at left back, because with the competition for places that we've got attacking midfield now, if he can just play as a really, really attacking left wing back, that might be good. That might be ideal. But I think we are just about going to manage to hold on here. We've robbed them a little bit on XG, but it doesn't matter because our name's in the hat for the next round. I say in the hat. I think the draw's already been done. So at least there's a little bit of cash coming into the coffers, which is very welcome. But let's see what's happened to Dillon, because I mean, it said he's broken his finger. There's no mention of it after the match. You would think for a goalkeeper, he's cured. I mean, we've made a grand there. That's handy. That covers the wage budget for a week. BT had a very good game. But so what you're telling me is Harry Dillon was just like, oh, my finger hurts. And he was actually fine. Me and him are going to fall out again in the very near future. Right, we are getting very close to getting our wage budget back under control with all the loans that are heading out of the club. So fingers crossed by the next episode that will be done. With the draw for the next round hasn't been done yet. I thought it had been. But we've got FA Cup preliminary round coming up. But I think we'll actually come back at the end of August once we've played a few more league matches. Hopefully for the first qualifying round of the FA Cup, if we can make it through that preliminary round. That's the plan, I think. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.